Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is RimWorld. And yes, we are focused on the newest pawn here in our Hussar and Highmate colony. This is Petronella, and she was just recently recruited from the Empire. Hopefully, she's going to become our shooting specialist, but unfortunately, she is of the wrong type of ideology at the moment. So I'm trying to keep an eye on Lady V. Okay, her conversion's not ready yet, so we need to convert her as quickly as we can, because I'm fairly certain we can't just assign the role, no. And it's a little bit embarrassing that I haven't had a shooting specialist this entire playthrough. We're on like episode 112, and up to this point, I just haven't found anybody suitable, or they get killed. But nonetheless, things have been going pretty smoothly. Speaking of deaths, we did have one in a recent episode, but then we brought the person back in the following episode. So it's been very eventful. It's an up and down roller coaster around here. But we are totally at full strength. We got a couple of pregnant pawns, and Bella is just about to pop. Let's check out her baby's genes here. Size sensitive, very happy, heat, weakness, hyper aggressive. So this pawn will be capable of violence, even though it says violence disabled. Hyper aggressive is dominant, so that will win out over the two. Kind instinct, delicate, reduced pain, high libido, very attractive. It's got the best of both worlds here. Oh, there is a go juice dependency too. Unstoppable. Yeah, the only thing this little baby lacks is the ability to psychically bond, but that's okay. That's a double-edged sword, too. As you can see, I've got a penalty right now with Shay. Oh, poor Shay. Speaking of lasting ailments that have been around since the very beginning, Shay has attached herself to a person, health boss Snooky. He's actually from the Empire, but he was a guest, and she psychically bonded to him. Ultimately, it was my fault. It was just poor management skills. I realized what I should have done was just disallow guests for a period of time until she bonded to one of her own colonists. But that was something a commenter pointed out, and I didn't realize at the time. So nonetheless, the guy has never returned. He could very well be dead for all I know, but I think her bond would probably sever if the guy did die. Honestly, I'd love it if he died, but if he ever does show up as a guest again, we are going to recruit him or do our very, very best. That's for sure. Okay, right now you can see we're currently hunting every rat on the map. No, not really. We are, but I'm going to turn it off. That's the reason I brought us to this page here. We're actually got a few elk now who've showed up, but the food situation, again, is starting to weigh on my mind. I noticed in the last episode, I was just starting to brag about how good our gardening has gotten, and then I came over to look at the freezer, and I realized it was bare bones again. But we do actually have a lot of food up in our restaurant right now, I think. Let's go check. I say that, but I have no idea how much is there. Oh, yeah, we got a decent little selection. We're okay on food. It's just we do have really good cooks. Whenever there's ingredients laying around, they're on it. Shepard's cooking something right now, stew. So that's really why the fridge is always so empty. But the point is, we're going to switch to an all guinea pig diet. Yeah, baby. Well, we got some chickens and ducks too, so we'll have a mixture of eggs and stuff. But guinea pigs, I'm thinking that's going to solve all our meat problems. We're going to feed our thrumbos with guinea pigs. We're going to feed our colonists, our little bitty babies. We're going to put guinea pig meat in the growth vats. So that's what I'm talking about. But if we look at the animals tab here, you'll see I just bought a whole bunch of them, but I butchered all but one male, and he's got 3 female companions. I'm honestly surprised one of them's not pregnant already, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Give him some time, you know. Also don't want to really waste herbal medicine on some of these animals. The thrombos can have it, but yeah, chickens and roosters, no. Oh my God, you missed it, but Clarissa just got into a social fight with one of the prisoners and beat him up, even though they were already pretty beat up here. But I forgot all about these impids, honestly. Oh crap, we're feeding them stew too, you see that? I always forget about that. I hate that. I wish there was a way to set their food tab. It's under health, right? Yeah, I wish there was a way to set this like paste as a default for all prisoners. Maybe in the options, I don't know. Maybe there's a mod for that. But nonetheless, we do have a couple of impids. I'm really toying with the idea now that we've got them, and I remembered them, to go ahead and harvest some of their organs. Now, here's the problem. Our ideology doesn't permit that, so to speak. People get really upset when I kill prisoners via operation. Right, Athena? You don't like it. But we do need a couple extra brains. I mean, we end up doing a lot of resurrecting here with those mech resurrector serums, like with our boy Gene. How you doing, by the way, Gene? Are you fully recovered? Yeah, he's good to go. But he was just resurrected too, and occasionally they'll have permanent brain injuries or damage because of the resurrection. So it's good to have some brains laying around. I think that we can probably take the mood hit. You know what we're going to do? Since we're over here in our ritual room, we're going to try for a ritual. It's been forever since we've done one. But shall we offer one of our guinea pigs up as tribute? Oh, I can't, apparently. Apparently guinea pigs aren't good enough for tribute. Only thrumbos. Wait, no. What is that? Oh, that's one of our prisoners. Whoops. All right, well, since we got a bunch of stone chunks here inside our ritual room, I decided to do it outside. So we're going to have one of those lantern festivals. This one was 100% possibility, so it still doesn't mean it's a guarantee, though. I'm pretty sure we can still have a bad event, but nonetheless, let's speed things up and see what we come out with. All right, the bar is almost full right here, and let me tell you, as I was zoomed in, these people talk about some weird stuff. This is the first time I've ever played with the chat bubbles like this, but you can see they do talk about some random crap. But I guess that's how real people are too, you know, talk about breakfast cereal and whatnot. But we ultimately had a fairly good celebration. Unforgettable, some might say, plus 10. That's good. Oh, and we got a new quest. Was that because of that? Let's see, this is a pretty easy one too. Oh, wait, there's a oh, no, this is an off the map. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do this. No. This is pretty weak rewards, too, for this. Bamboo Warhammer. Come on. I mean, it is legendary. You got to give it that, but that's a big no. All right, so we have a nice little mood boost. I think it's safe to go ahead and harvest some brains from these people. Normally, I'd wait until they were fully healed, but I don't think so. We'll just go ahead and extract the brains. Let's go. That's it, too. Not doing anything else, because I'm pretty sure our people will get a mood penalty even if we don't kill them outright, and I just, like, harvested their arms or something. I don't think they'd like that either. Okay, well, we are back here looking at the contracts page, and as you can see, I've got one synthetic lung. We explicitly crafted that just for this contract, so that's going to be a couple, I think it was like 20,000, 20k-ish. Well, we'll see once the caravan arrives. Whatever it is, it was definitely a markup over 100%, so it's going to be a nice little profit for us, but we are hard at work up here crafting. Oh, while the surgery is going on down here. So, yep, there it is. Removed his brain. You're next there, too. That was good. Shepherd, why don't you go ahead and just drop that brain on the floor, sir? Somebody else will deal with that. And what am I looking for? Carry, prioritise feeding. What? Oh, Clarissa's already coming to operate. There we go. All right. She needs the practice, too. She's not quite 20. She's at 14.7 medical skill. So this let's watch and see how much this goes up on her medicine. Nice. 14.8. Well, we got a free brain out of it. Now, here's the real kicker. What's the mood? What did you hear, buddy? Someone was organ murdered ×2. 6 days. Prisoner died. Yeah, that's for 6 days. So, again, it's a pretty big mood hit. Now, we did compensate. This expires in roughly 6 days. It's not obviously quite even there, but should help mitigate it a little bit. Oh, well, we are once again looking at our beautiful body modder over here, Petronella, and she's wearing one of these silly little turret backpacks, so you're going to see that turret with her everywhere she goes. But she's, like I said, a body modder, and unfortunately, she's got no mod. So we're about to change that. I've got a couple advanced bionic legs going in. All our combat capable pawns have some sort of leg upgrade, whether it's the architect. Some just have regular bionics, which I need to get to. Maybe upgrade those. Oh, his kidney is messed up. Okay, well, Morgan, we're going to get you a new kidney. It's good to take stock of everybody's health and stuff. I've also recommended doing that with like the needs tab too, regardless of, you know, like organ murder and stuff like that. Sometimes it's good because people will be like assigned to the wrong bed or something, you know. So you can easily see that if you're looking, oh, jealous of Shay's bedroom, so you could change that up if you wanted. But nonetheless, sticking with the current bionic upgrades, I'm also going to give Petronella a synthetic heart. No real reason. I guess she's only 22, so she's still pretty young, but I think the more we mod her out, the more she gets like a mood buff from her body modder. So, and of course the lung is for that contract. Now I also have synthetic liver. I feel like that might be a bit much. I kind of made the liver just in case anybody has like a bad overdose, because we do have a lot of drug addicts in the colony. All right, one leg is in. The second one is now being applied. Good job, Shepard. Here comes the big one. Heart surgery, open heart replacement. Come on, buddy. Now, the good news is, since these are all good, healthy organs, we get ourselves a new set of legs and a heart. But these aren't really that important. I'll just trade these away with the next trader that comes by. But like I said, now we got to make some more bionics, which brings me to my bench over here. I've actually decided to try something a little bit different. Someone in the comments, I think it was my previous series, the Toxic Wasters, well, I've as a commenter before mentioned that you can make an advanced bionic jaw, a bionic tongue, and I feel like, I think we probably want to go with some ears too. And what I'm going to do is install them on somebody like Shepard or Vaz maybe, who have like a really high social, and then they're going to be my trading pawns. So the goal is to get like as big of a reduction in cost as we can, just because of their superior hearing and talking abilities. And I think that all plays a part. You know, the tongue should help. Made of synthetic, match the performance of speaking, eating can match the performance. Well, I think this might just be a replacement, but I don't know. We'll see. It might give them some enhanced ability. Like I said, it's just an experiment, but I'm willing to spend a few advanced components trying some new things out. Oh my god, buddy. I swear to god, this guy, I trying to get him to make me charge rifle after charge rifle, and all he'll do is make excellent or masterwork charge rifles. But the second he gets over here and starts making backpacks, he starts turning out legendaries. I just don't get it. It's always been that way, unfortunately, with Buddy. He's just a master tailor. He's a legendary tailor, I should say. Well, it's not great, but I've decided I do want to fill up some of this empty space that we've got. And at least up here, I've decided to put in some extra rooms. Now, unfortunately, I'm using my shapes tool, by the way, to get these circles. And unfortunately, no matter what I try, about the best I can do, if I place this like this here, you can see there's only a one wide walkway between these little houses here, and I don't love that. I could bring another one over here too, which would create obviously 6. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love having just a one wide walkway, but I mean, it's not really the end of the world, is it? This one's straight up open, you know, and 6 is so much better than 3. You know what I'm talking about? Because it would just look empty down here. All right, I'll try 6. Plus, we actually have the granite blocks. That's another downside too, is I can't use marble, because I do prefer marble when building bedrooms or recreation or dining rooms, because as you can see, the marble walls do give a beauty bonus, and no other walls provide that benefit. So these granite walls, for instance, they don't give that beauty. But nonetheless, it's still, that's what we got. In the late stages, you know, I think our colonists would still probably prefer to have something, you know, to have a room to themselves than live in this barracks down here with all the kids. Well, it is time for Lady V and Vaz to get married. That is right, the 66-year-old and the 23-year-old are getting married. Oh, look at them all gathered together, hiding, kind of stacked up behind all the beds and stuff. Yeah, it's whatever. But Lady V was originally married to Cinderman, who was killed and his body was evaporated in an explosion. So he is dead, unfortunately, but he's not forgotten. He's still in the thumbnail, even though Lady V is moving on. But it's only fair. I think Vaz, he is a Highmate. I thought he had a psychic bond to her. Pretty sure he does. Got married to Lady V, yeah. But he is bonded to her. He should be, right? I'm surprised it doesn't show it there. Isn't that where we see it with Shay? Yeah, psychic bond distance. Huh. Yeah, well. See, even Strong shows it for Shepard's psychic bond with her, but Vaz doesn't. That's unusual. Let's see, does Shepard show his? Oh, that's Shay again. Psychic bond, Strong, yeah. I'm not sure. You know, I just realized is that Lady V is psychically deaf. Maybe that's why, but I'm fairly certain that he had already bonded to her. I don't know. It's not that important. It's just, it was confusing me. I was trying to discover why, but it might be the psychically deaf. I'm not sure. Anyway, oh, look at this. Yeah, Petronella's been, somebody's trying to convert her while she's at the reception. Let's just check on her ideology at this point. That's not what I'm looking for. Where'd you end up? Oh, Petronella. So she is still about the same. Yeah. And Lady V's conversion isn't even cooled down yet. Tell you what, I might hit her with the conversion and then we'll try for one of those conversion rituals, quite possibly. I need to get these chunks out of here, though. Alright, let's see what this does. I've got them set up. Lady V is going to convert. Watch the bar. Oh, that was a big one. Yeah, that might actually be worth trying the ceremony. You know what? It can't hurt. Let's do begin conversion ritual. Yep, set up properly. She does have sky-high expectations, so that's bringing down the expected quality quite a bit, but I think everything's good to go. Let's give it a shot, see what happens. Okay, well, the whole colony is grouped and ready here. We've got the ritual going. Hopefully, it will be successful. Let's just see what happens. We're surrounded by our little inert relics, or insert relics. Oh, what happened? Wasn't a good sound. Ineffective conversion rituals. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, look, man, she actually gained some more faith in her old ideology. Dang it. Well, I guess that was the worst case scenario. Well, maybe worst case would she goes on like a mental break and has like a murderous rage right in the middle of the group there. Because they're all loaded up with weapons and stuff. She would probably be killed instantly. But anyway, that's unfortunate. But I'm going to keep trying. Okay, well, remember that synthetic lung that we contracted for? Well, here it is, 11,657. Now, that's just going to the bank. Of course, now we need to contact the bank. So we'll grab Arthas and... Nope, wrong bank. Imperial, that's where we put it. Now we withdraw it, and there is a fee. But it's not bad. Actually, this is some of the highest I've seen on the fees. I've seen it as low as like, I think 3 or 4%. 15's pretty high, but I don't care. We're going to go ahead and confirm it. Yes, please. All right. And they drop it. Very good. Now I think it's time to call in some traders. We're actually doing pretty good. He's making some advanced components. Then I'm going to have work on some more armor. Hopefully he can put out a legendary piece or two, but we'll see how that goes. Well, check it out. Our advanced bionic jaw and our bionic tongue are finished. I'm not going to do the ears yet, but I will throw in a couple of advanced ears. But I've been trying to decide who to give it to. It's got to obviously be somebody with a really high social. Furry's got an 18. Athena is maxed out, and she's still 11. I was thinking giving it to her. I mean, the kids can still trade, and the interesting thing is they often get like inspirations quite a bit because they're usually in a pretty good mood. But so in other words, we could get like trading inspirations with her and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. It's just a couple of quick operations, so I'll set those up, and we'll see how she comes out if it improves her trading at all. All right. Well, I realized if we're doing an experiment, I need to be scientific about it. So, what I've done is before we go in and give her the upgrades, and yes, I realized I had the wrong pawn selected earlier, but don't worry, I figured it out. So now I've got these two suspended here. We're going to leave them like that. First, we're going to test. So I just called in a prosthesis trader, and Athena is going to call in. So currently she's at a plus 30%, her negotiator status plus 30. I don't know what that means. I assume that's just the level plus 30. So this is the number though. I think we're wanting it to increase, and that would help us with our costs and the price for selling stuff. Like, oh, I'm keeping those. But anyway, so I'm going to go through and trade with this person real quick. I don't know what we're going to get, but the real point was to look at that number right there, and then, like I say, after the operation, once she's completely gotten over her anesthesia and sedation, we'll call in another ship, and then we'll take a look at that number. Okay, well, you know what? Back to our trading thing here. I wanted to see what a full-grown adult with a maximum social would be like, just to see if there's any difference between the kids and the adults, and it doesn't look like there is. So I grabbed Shepard, who is 20 in his social, and he's at 32. I think the 2% is either because he's got two bionic eyes, or there was another reason too when I looked at his health. Oh, he ate the stew here, which increases his consciousness. So I think that's probably what's giving him the 2%. But regardless of that 2%, I think that's pretty negligible. The adults and kids are even, as long as they're maxed out on social, that is. That's the one thing that's got to remain. But so like I said, now I've got the surgery ordered. We're just going to let her undergo the operation and rest up, and then we'll see. Okay, well, I just learned something new. You can't have a bionic tongue and a bionic jaw at the same time. So I installed the tongue first. Well, I should say Clarissa did. And then Shepard came through and installed the jaw next, and that removed the tongue. So we're learning right there, right off the bat. Science is working. But yeah, so that's going to be... Well, we'll still see. Like I said, I'm planning on doing the ears too, but first we're going to wait because I haven't even built those yet. But we'll just see if this has much of an effect on it too. But as a side note, Jean is getting a new pair of Architect arms. That's what I got from the prosthetics trader that we were talking to. Also picked up an eyeball, but I haven't decided who's getting that yet. All right, well, our girl Athena has recovered. She just got her one little jaw, unfortunately no tongue, but let's give, I've called in an exotic trader, so let's just see here. 30%. So that didn't affect it. Interesting. Even though you can see her talking is at 135, eating has improved too, but not necessarily the negotiating ability. I wonder why that is. Well, maybe we can still try the ears. It's not the end of the world. Even if it doesn't work, she'll just maybe also the ship's not affected as much as like an in-person trader. Boy, it's been a long time since we had a trader in person, and I can't actually call those in manually. Well, I guess that's not true. I can if I use our faction influence. Okay, we'll test it that way too. We'll see how that goes. I'll have to call in several though, because we'll have to compare between an adult and a kid, and yeah. Although we can't do a before and after with her anymore, but that's okay. We'll still figure things out. Well, just a quick update on our strawberries over here. No, I'm just kidding. That's not what I'm showing you. I've got all the bedrooms completed just above the strawberries, but they're looking pretty good. Granite with a nice wood accent there, pretty rustic looking. I don't even think I'm going to change the color of the lights here. I like the way it looks. It almost reminds me of my old Underhead Mountain bases. But hey, we've got 6 new rooms. They don't have any accents or statues or potted plants, nothing special, just the basics, to help everybody get a good night's rest. But the question is, who gets them? Now, I'm pretty sure we don't have any people who are who are in a relationship and should be sleeping together. But one good way to check that is to go to the needs tab, and I'm just going to cycle through using the hotkeys, the comma, period buttons on the keyboard. And if we look at the needs, you'll see, look for any red here, because it will say I'm sleeping alone, or, red. Ooh, this person's got ratty apparel. What are you walking around with? Oh, that shirt. Legendary. Yeah, it's a Thrumbo Fur legendary shirt. He's going to wear that thing till it's rags. I'm going to have to get him to drop that at some point. But anyway, that's not what we're worried about. Going through all this stuff real quick. I think we're good, so... Honestly, because we're about to get to the children, which isn't even an issue. Yeah, so I mean, I could just let it go, or I could just pick 10 hybrids here who haven't paired off yet. We'll just let things develop naturally. Maybe at some point I'll move this room or move some of these beds. I don't know, but I'm just glad it's completed for sure. It's looking really sharp up here. Oh boy, well, we just had another baby born here at the colony, Baby Strong. We'll get to a name later, but another pretty decent pawn here. Hyper aggressive, combat able, with a little bit of size sensitivity and a high libido. So what else could you ask for, right? Also has unstoppable and future go juice addiction. I don't know, that one's grayed out. I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. We'll see. I do have him already set to go into the growth chamber, so boom, right away. Well, I tell you what, guys, I've been waiting for a while, hoping to end the episode with a raid, but I don't know, unless it's going to come in the next couple minutes. I think what I'll do is I'll just show you what I've been working on down here in the corner. Now, like I said, we've got the residentials built. And I did go ahead and assign several of the beds to just various adults who were sleeping in the bunk or in the barracks, Went ahead and made hopefully their lives a little bit easier. But down here in the corner, I decided to set up a nice luxury room. And of course, since we're playing with the Dubs Bad Hygiene mod, I had to attach a luxury bathroom to it. Now, obviously, it's a work in progress, but you can start to see I've got the royal bed right here. We've got some carpeting going in. Of course, it's going to have to all be like really high quality carpet, because I think what we're going to do is go for the Royal Ascent quest. Now, is this the one I want? Yeah, where he will perform the visit. The High Stellarch from the Empire will come and stay for 12 days, but we'll be like under constant assault. Not constant, but pretty heavy assault during that time. And then, of course, if we survive the 12 days, a shuttle will come, and I think they'll take the whole colony. So that will be the end of it at that point. Now, of course, we got to get it built, and it needs to be up to the High Stellarch's needs or demands. With that in mind, too, I've got Buddy working on a harpsichord, a harp, and a piano. Those are all going to go in the room. He's got a couple of them done already. Good job. Masterwork. That's what I like to see. Maybe this last one can be a legendary, huh? Please? Maybe. Doesn't matter. It'll still be beautiful in there. So you can count on that. And here's the deal, too, with this quest. I've never actually completed this one, believe it or not. And I have tried. I've tried in a previous series to do the Royal Ascent, and I failed. So I'm a little nervous about it. It is going to be a challenge, but you can see I'm starting to add on a little bit extra to our security and stuff. I've even been thinking of contemplating like adding a third little layer here to the trap funnel. I don't know. We'll see. But we're definitely going to need to beef things up, too. I've got the kids growing in the chambers, so we'll have some more fighters with us, hopefully by the time the High Stellarch gets here. But that's going to be the plan, guys. I hope that sounds like a good idea, something we can probably end the series with a bang and go hopefully in a positive sense. But that's going to do it for today's episode. So hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, guys. Let me know what you think of my plans down in the comment section, and I'll see you all on the next one.